And there's the first problem. Let me model what's happening here. This is a very classic problem. Okay, Cole, you should have your green sheet out. Okay, we don't need our iPads. This should be your green sheet. And it says, it's the last lesson on the green sheet. I'll get you the practice test tomorrow. If you cut a 1-inch square out of each corner of 8.5 by 11. Okay, TJ? This is an 8.5 by 11 paper. So we're going to cut a corner out of each corner. And I'm going to make it approximately an inch. It's supposed to be an inch. I'm not going to measure it. That's true. But you'll get the idea. I've been doing this for years because this is a classic calculus problem. Except this time we're actually going to cut these out. We know how big they are. Okay, so I cut out all the corners. This is an inch. Now, this long side was 11 inches. Okay, TJ? I took an inch out of this side, an inch out of that side. How many inches are left? 9. This was 11, so this will give me 9. This was 8.5, so this will give me, how many inches am I going to take away? 1 on this side? 1 on this side? Okay, Zach? Okay, it was 8.5, I took 1 from this one and 1 from this one, so I'm at 6.5. And it asks what the volume is going to be. So what I'm going to do is fold up the corners, and I'm going to get a box. And in calculus, you're going to make the sides you cut off are going to be x. And you're going to figure out what the x has to be to make the biggest volume possible. Because you want the popcorn that's going to go in there. Okay, Sydney, we're going to cut these off, and I made a box.
Do we have to do that on the test?
Oh, yeah.
No, but there are nets on the test. So if you can't see that, you're going to have to, you'll see in the practice test what you have to be able to do. Okay, so how do you find the volume of a box?
May I use that?
Mm-hmm.
Area of space times height.
Okay, and I gave you all formula sheets. There's 2 formulas I didn't label. Yes, I did. One's a prism, one's a pyramid. You have to recognize what those are. And this is a prism, so it's the area of the base times the height. I've been using a capital B for the area of the base. And if I want to be very particular about it, the base is a rectangle, so it's base times the height of the rectangle times the height of the prism. Those h's are not the same. I write them differently. Well, what's the base of my rectangle right here? It doesn't matter which is which. 9 and 6.5. And it's easy when you're using a calculator to miss things like the decimal. I've seen people do it. And then how tall is this box?
8.5.
No, look at the picture. We cut off 1 inch. How tall is this length? 1 inch. Look at my picture. It's not 11. I cut off 1 here, and I folded it up, so this has got to be 1. I didn't do a very good box, but it's okay. And these are cubic inches. So whatever 9 times 6.5 is, who wants to tell me? TJ, what's 9 times 6.5?
9 times 6.5. About
You guys have calculators.
60.
9 times 5 is 45. 9 times 6 is 36 plus the 4. 9 times 6 is 54 plus 4.
Are you scared this ever falls down? I'm gonna look at it.
No, but Zach kind of pushes on it. Oopsie, my dust.
Very nice ball.
Okay. That's all there is. How would you guys, how would you find the surface area? How much paper did I use? You have to find the area of all the faces. You have the area of this big rectangle, and then you have the area of this rectangle. But guess what? It's the same as the other one. So you have 2 of those, and you have 2 of these. And then you have 2 of the bases. So you could find the surface area. So you find the area for each face. That's all there is. So you're going to have a question today about surface area. Here, the volume is given to you. It's a pyramid, so what's the formula I have to write? You've got it right in front of you. What's the formula for a volume of a pyramid? 1/3
Base times height.
area of the base times the height. What is the shape of this base?
Triangle.
It's a triangle. Let's see if we can label some things here. The height of this pyramid is 12. That's this. It's also called the altitude. Find the length of the side of the triangular base if the triangle's height from that side is 6 inches. So I'm going to draw this shaded triangle right here. And I want this length. And Zach, what's the height of that triangle? Zach?
Oh, the height of the triangle is 12 centimeters.
No. Read the problem again. The triangle's height from that side is
6 centimeters.
6. And I'm sorry, my B looks like a 6. B. And then you just put the numbers in. Now you may have some issues with the arithmetic. I don't know. What do you put in for volume, Cole? What's going to go right in there? 180. 1/3. Now, I have the area of the base. How do you find the area of the base? What's the formula? So the people who wrote that out on their quizzes and still got the wrong answer got more credit than those who just had scribbling numbers elsewhere, everywhere. I have to figure out what you're doing. I can't. What's the base of my triangle? It's B. What's the height of my triangle? TJ? No? 6. What's the height of my prism? I'm sorry, use the wrong word, pyramid. This is 12. And so you have to solve that equation, and I'll let you guys do that, for B. I'll circle that. That's what I want to find. So some of you have problems with the arithmetic. But now what I'd like to do is go over questions you have on the green packet on lesson 5. Now there are some mistakes. On lesson 5, question 5, part D, the answer is 240, not 120. So if you have 120 written down, then you copied my wrong answer. And I didn't do it on purpose, it just happened. I put an extra half in there by accident. So on lesson 5, are there any of these you would like me to do? We did number 2, but even number 1 we can do. We can do any of these. Which ones did you have questions on lesson 5? I don't believe you have them all correct. Lesson, any lesson for that matter. So last class asked for 4. Did you understand 4?
Oh, yeah, I did want that one.
Okay, so, and then the next question is, how do you draw these things? Okay, so I'm going to draw kind of a square. It looks like a rectangle on the paper. And this is M, and this is M. And then I put my top of my pyramid there, and I just connect the vertex to the top of the pyramid. And if I want to make it a dotted line, I can. There. Is that not what we see on the paper here?
Yeah.
And the whole altitude, or the height of the pyramid, is this. Okay, Zach, what's the formula for the volume of a pyramid?
Base times height.
Base times height, and it's not the same as a prism. It's 1/3 of that. Now, do you want to write it that way? It's the same thing.
No, I wrote, I think, 1/3 M times M times M.
Yeah, that's right. What's the area of the base? It's M times M. So this is M times M, and the height is also, because over 3, so it's what? It's M to the what? How many M's do you see?
Oh,
3.
M to the 3rd over 6.
Or you can say 1/3 of M cubed. It's the same thing.
M squared times M divided by
Yeah, that's okay. We also did number 3. Did you see how to do number 3? Yes, that's what I'm asking for, questions. If you do the homework and you check the answers, especially if my answer is wrong, you should have a question. And then I'm going to go, oh, I messed up. Any of this is. Might be. You'll get the practice test tomorrow. How about number 3 on here? Did you guys get the triangular pyramid? Tess, put your phone away. Did you get the triangular pyramid? This one right here? I don't know what the answer is. That one. What did you guys get for an answer? I got 180. What did everybody else get? I don't know, but you're supposed to be looking here and see what you got for this.
Yeah, I got it's 1/3. Yeah, 1/3.
Well, it's 1/3 of the area of the base. 160 or 60?
60 centimeters cubed.
Do I need to do that?
Yeah.
I don't mind doing it. But you guys, how do you know if you did them right or wrong? You got to check them. And I do make mistakes. So then you really have to check them. Got to keep me honest here. Sorry, it takes me a second to draw these things. And I'll put in the little right angles. Those are important. I'll put those in red. And this is 12. This is 5. And this is 6. And this dotted line is 13. Okay, I'm going to take the base out of there, Zach. This is the base. It's sitting on the base. And the height of my pyramid is 6, so it's kind of tilted. So here's the base, but just follow the formula, you'll be fine.
5 times 5 times 12.
So volume is equal to 1/3 the area of the base times the height.
Area of the base is 1/2 base times height. So it would be 5 times 12 divided by
Excellent. 1/2 base times height, and it's going to be times
12 times 5.
the height. There's my plan. To me, it's clear. So it's 1/3, and it's 1/2. And Zach said that the base and height, if I look at my picture over here, are 12 and 5. And the height is this, 6. And I like to make things simple. So this is 1/6. 1/6 times 6 is, what's 1/6 of 6? What's 1/6 of 6? It's just 1, isn't it? These cancel. So the volume is equal to 5 times 12. I've done that one so many times, I now know what it is. It's 60. Do we have any units on here? No, but it would be cubic units. Could you find the surface area of that?
Yeah.
Should we do it?
No.
Because you have to do it today.
Oh, yeah.
Surface area kind of got them today. Oh, as soon as I'm done answering questions. So if I want the surface area of this, I have to have this bottom triangle, which I have. It's 1/2 times 5 times 12. At least if I see this, that's 30. And then I have, can I do it? I don't know if I can do it. I can't even do it. I could do this one. This is 6 times 12. And I could do the back one, which is 1/2 of 6 times 13. The one I can't do, because I don't have enough information, is that face. But that's what I would add up to it with it. So this is 36. This is 39 plus the yellow. But I'll give you enough information so you could do it. We could go back to lesson 2, because lesson 2 was surface area. This doesn't take you very long. Yes? For which one? Oh, on tonight's homework? Number 4, that's the picture that is here. Let me explain the problem. Oops, that was in the right place. Okay, I have a sealed rectangular container, 6 centimeters by 12 by 15. That's this one, and it's sitting on the smallest face. Okay, it's sitting on the smallest one. What do the dimensions have to be? 6 by 12, that's the smallest one. And you're filling it up, and it's 5 centimeters from the top. So I want this volume, not the whole thing. This is 15. This is 5 from the top. How big is this side then? 10. I'm going to take that water and put it in this other container that is sitting on the largest face. Okay, that's the largest face. And I want to know this distance right there. How far, I know what the volume is I'm going to put in there. I want to know how far from the top so I can find this height. And I know how big this is. I want to find that distance. That's what you want to find. So it's multi-step. I'm going to let you try it, but at least I've explained it. How about anything else out of the old stuff? Because then we'll take our quiz and we'll spread out a little bit because I got 2 full tables empty there. And then you can work on this. The practice test and the practice review are on Schoology. You'll get a hard copy of the practice test tomorrow, but practice review you can do on Schoology. You may use my little formula sheets that I gave you. I do. Mine are pre-sharpened.